First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This taken in about 4 yards deep. But ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here's a quick throw left side to start things out. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
At the 27-yard line.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete here.
Well, Brandon, all receivers are trying to make sure that the defender thinks they're going to the middle of the field when they're running the out cut. On that play, didn't get it done very well because that one was batted down.
Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 20. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Now Jackson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
Jackson.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and inches.
That's out to the left and complete. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
Complete to number 6.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
1st down, Green Bay.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
1st down, Packers.
Jackson on 1st down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 19 yards there on the catch and run. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson stepping up. He's going to keep it. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
First and goal, Green Bay.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Toward the pylon, caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Touchdown, Green Bay.
From 8 yards out, and the Packers have taken the early lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Here's a run with Akers on second down. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it is incomplete.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
That's taken on the 25. So the punt goes for 56 with a decent return of 13. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Third down, Jackson. intercepted. Picked off at the 39.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
He's brought down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run here with Akers. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves them with 3rd and just a couple.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Detroit. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter.
The score, Packers 7, Lions nothing.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
At the 24-yard line.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Play action. It's Jackson. Flushed out right. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
20. First down, Green Bay.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory.
He's across midfield.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's got this down to the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Packers.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing again. Jackson, flush to his right. Now he'll let it, and this is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 33 yards that time.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, When you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers add on to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Packers 14, Lions nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. Into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
The kicker on for the extra point.
Part of what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down.
10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll run this with Akers. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Second and 11. Traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45, 20, 10, and into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Parker touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Score Packers 28, Lions nothing.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And This carries into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
The Lions on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
On 2nd down and 4. Jackson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
And a Packer 1st down.
Throwing is Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
Number 11.
A 16-yard touchdown. And this offense continues to pour it on.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow, because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
21-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Going up top. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know what they've always said? I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Thrown away and incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jackson sliding out of the pocket to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone. It's 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Jackson will throw again. Flushed out right. He may try and run for and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Lamar Jackson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers continue to roll. Now, this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1. And in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. Short kick. Running up middle, take it down. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. Fielded near the back of the end zone. Room to run at the 50. And a heck of a return as he goes out of bounds across the 50 inside the 45.
In just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, and he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
2nd and 9.
And to give this time to the tailback. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And down to the 16-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2. To throw is Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
They'll go again here with Akers. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here that's complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 40, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Second down and 5. Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Now those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
He's taken down at the
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 46. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He went backwards 5 yards there on third down to bring up fourth. They're going to try and throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on fourth down. So from the 36 now, first and 10. He'll drop to throw. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
Complete.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Brings up second and 11.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
First and 10.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Buying time to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
Oh, my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 20.
for the point.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
5-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. The Lions on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. First down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. Now back to throw. Complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brings up 2nd.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. They'll throw complete to Cam Akers. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. This is going to be intercepted. Well, it's picked. Carter, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. Has a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Second and a yard.
2nd and 1. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Back to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. It is incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
Gain of 2. Brings up second.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Packers 66. Lions nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now this will make it into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important. And now here's another interception. Picked up near the 32. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Right back to him on first down. Able to spin free. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10. Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
Going right back to Akers. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage. And time is going to expire in this football game.
Today's final score.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of